Hi guys, I am Brian, welcome to my channel. Before the starting a video, please like and subscribe my channel. Meet the world's largest submarine ever built. How big is the submarine? Russia built the biggest submarine ever to kill billions. This Russian sub is so big it was originally designed to have a swimming pool and a sauna. That's right. I'm talking about the gargantuan Typhoon class, the largest submarine ever made. There is only one of these boats left, and it is mainly now just a test platform for new missiles. The Typhoon subs were developed during the Cold War to run silent and deep under thick ice in the Arctic and carry a full load of conventional ballistic and nuclear missiles. Just how big are we talking? When underwater, the Typhoon class displaces 48,000 tons. By comparison, the U.S. Ohio class submarines only displace about 19,000 tons. The Typhoon class is 566 feet long, 76 feet wide, and nearly 38 feet tall. It's almost twice as wide as the Ohio class. The Typhoon class has 19 different compartments to house 160 sailors. Power and armaments are impressive. It's powered by 2 nuclear reactors and 2 50,000 horsepower steam turbines with a speed of 27 knots underwater and 22 knots on the surface. It has 20 launchers for the RSM-56 intercontinental range Bulava nuclear-capable ballistic missiles, plus 6 torpedo tubes. The Typhoon class is dwindling in numbers. The Typhoon class has been around for decades. The first of the class, Dmitry Donskoy, entered the fleet in 1981. There were 5 of the Typhoon class built, but only Dmitry Donskoy is still operating. The others were retired because of arms reduction treaties. Watch out for the new Bore class. Now the Russians are entering the Bore class to replace the Dmitry Donskoy, and the Typhoon class will ultimately be retired. Some reports have the Donskoy joining the Bore class after a substantial refit and living to fight another day. There was also some chatter in the Russian military propaganda organs in 2019 that 2 other Typhoon class subs would get a new lease on life as carriers of 200 caliber cruise missiles. The idea was to keep up with American Ohio class submarines that can carry 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles. This proved optimistic because of cost concerns and technical challenges of the refit. It's a matter of economics. Due to its size and age, the Dmitry Donskoy is expensive to maintain. The Russians can build new Bore class subs for the price of keeping the Donskoy going. It is probably better for the Donskoy to be used just to test new missiles rather than get an uncertain refit to join the new Bore class. You have to hand it to the Russians for creating such a massive submarine and putting comforts on board such as a pool and a sauna. When you are submerged for 120 days, it's nice for the crew to be able to blow off steam. Russia's gigantic submarine, Belgorod, sails for the first time. The Russian Navy's latest special mission submarine, K-329 Belgorod, has put to sea for the first time. Open source intelligence seen by Naval News indicates that the submarine left Severodvinsk on June 25, 2021. This represents the start of sea trials, which are critical to the delivery of the new boat to the Russian Navy. Although detailed specifications have not been revealed, it is clear that Belgorod is the largest submarine to be built for 30 years. In fact, the only submarine type which is larger is the Typhoon class. Her enlarged Oscar II class submarine hull is estimated to be 178 meters, 584 feet, long and about 15 meters, 49 feet, across. Her displacement will likely be significantly more than the approximately 19,000 tons of the Oscar II class on which she is based. This is bigger in every respect than the largest Western submarine, the U.S. Navy's Ohio class. The submarine was launched in April 23, 2019. In Severodvinsk. Since then it has been moored to the quay. They're being fitted out and system tested. Russian media has reported tests of the new weapon system and also of the reactors. She had been expected to start trials in April, after the Arctic ice had receded, but instead was taken back into the sheds. She remerged at the end of May and was identified undergoing degaussing. On June 5 to 6, She has now finally sailed. The ship left its berth for the first time on April 25th. But instead of heading directly out to sea, she was loaded into the floating dock and transferred back to the construction hall where she was built. By May 7th, when another new submarine, Kazan, was being commissioned, preparations to bring her back out were visible. 2 roles in one submarine. Belgorod, its intended purpose, presents Western analysts with an enigma. She will combine 2 seemingly contradictory roles. The first is as a host submarine, Red Mothership, for deep-diving nuclear-powered midget submarines. These are capable of working on cables and other objects on the sea floor. The concern in NATO is that these could include the undersea internet cables connecting Western countries. This is termed a special mission in Navy parlance, which is full of euphemisms for covert activities. The second role is one of nuclear strike and deterrence. For this, she will be armed with 6 2M39 feet Poseidon torpedoes. These are a whole new category of weapon not fielded by any another navy. They have been described as intercontinental nuclear-powered nuclear-armed autonomous torpedoes. At over 20 meters, 65 feet, long, they are giant underwater drones with practically unlimited range and a nuclear warhead. And their expected performance, around 70 knots and 1,000 meters depth, mean that they cannot be countered with existing weapons. These 2 roles are seen as contradictory because performing one may compromise the other. The nuclear deterrence role requires remaining hidden and out of harm's way, while the special mission may take her into potential harm's way. And which role will be the primary one is also unclear. For the special mission role, Belgorod is intended to host the Project 10831 Lazovic submarine, AS-31. This suffered a serious accident on July 1, 2019. However, just 2 months after Belgorod's launch, a fire in the battery compartment killed 14 feet hydronauts, the Russian term for the elite submarine crews who drive these deep-diving subs. Lazovic is still undergoing repairs which may still take years to complete. Possibly to mitigate the delays in returning Lazovic to service, there have been reports that another deep-diving midget submarine is being adapted to fit Belgorod. AS-15 is a Project 1910 Cachalot-class submarine, known as the Uniform class by NATO. She was laid down in 1983 and launched 30 years ago in 1991. But despite her age, the titanium hull is likely to be in good condition, so the idea of upgrading her is not far-fetched. But the Uniform class was never intended to be carried under a host submarine, so the modifications would have to be very extensive. At this point, these reports are unconfirmed and should be treated with caution. The Poseidon weapon will also take a few years to be deployed, so it may take Belgorod several more years before she is truly operational. Recent Russian media reports suggested that the submarine will serve in the Pacific, as opposed to the Arctic-based Northern Fleet. This seems counterintuitive, as it would stretch the logistics for the deep-diving submersibles which are based in the Northern Fleet. All the same, she is a unique and impressive submarine which analysts will be following closely. Thanks for your attention. If you enjoy from this video, please like and subscribe. See you soon.